back. I don't know if this is where you're trying to go with this, but
I'm not trying to go anywhere. Hi there. Welcome back. I'm Michelle, and this is
Bobby,
my husband. And we're going to talk to you about a subject today that is very familiar to us: network marketing and the transition into real estate. So before we get into it, I want you to share your background. How long have you been in the real estate profession? Just start there.
you'll probably have to always remind me on dates because once a date passes, it's gone.
I wasn't with you.
Leaves my memory completely. Which is most men, right, guys? Don't admit it in front of your wives, though. Network marketing. You're asking when I started network marketing?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that was, 1987 was the first time I ever heard about network marketing. So a couple years ago.
You're old.
I am. I admit it now.
Okay.
There's a lot of knowledge, though, right, behind all those years?
There is. That's exactly.
Or at least I think there is.
No, there is. There's a lot of knowledge. And I was actually saying to Bobby before we started the video, when you've been in a profession as long as he has, and me almost as long in network marketing, you almost forget so much of what you know because you've been around it so long that you don't even realize all that you know. And you know a lot. Bobby was and has been my mentor when I started in network marketing. I started in 2004-ish, and you taught me everything.
I feel like, people that have been doing it that long or, long time, they not that they forget what they know, they forget what other people don't know.
Yes.
So they just...
you think everybody knows what you know.
ABC 1, 2, 3. Well, doesn't everybody know that? No, they actually don't if they've never been involved.
Yeah.
Or if they've never been involved long enough to be successful and use the things they learn to be successful.
Actually intentionally learned something and then applied it. That's another thing that people don't do. Maybe you're watching this because you are an information vampire. You just keep taking in information, learning, watching videos, going to trainings, paying for personal development, but you never apply it.
So many people do that. And it was always a pet peeve of mine to see people spending thousands of dollars on ABC 1, 2, 3. And especially with us, but a lot of times you're learning it for free from the people that enrolled you or the people that enrolled them. So yeah, it's crazy because there isn't that much to know, but there's just a little bit to know and a lot of implementing what you know.
I mean, again, I say this to you because you say this all the time about common sense. I say common sense is not that common.
Not for everybody.
And
sure.
the little bit of things you say people have to learn in network marketing, you had been doing that for so long. It was just a part of you as a person. You don't even realize the things that you know that applied to your success in network marketing, which is what we're going to talk about today, applying these things into our brand new profession in real estate. Because we decided this year, if you've been following us at all, we decided this year to start a completely new profession and new career in our 50s.
Adding to
other businesses.
Things that we have, which is okay.
It is okay.
We've chosen a lot of virtual stuff of recent years, and this isn't always virtual, obviously, but something new.
Me going into it, I felt like I had some knowledge because I had been real estate adjacent because of my mom. But totally something completely new profession for you.
Mm-hmm.
What were your, let's just talk about that. If you're watching this and you're in network marketing, I'm specifically talking to you because this is how you might feel. Maybe you've had success in network marketing like we have. Maybe you haven't had success and you just have kept trying because you believed in it with all of your heart and you wanted it so bad. And I don't know, maybe you're looking for something new. I really want to hear your thoughts. Like going into real estate, what were you like excited, nervous? Tell me what you were thinking or feeling.
I mean, for me, because we've learned just in the time that you and I have been together, which is closing in on 25 years, 26 years total. See what I'm saying, guys? How many years?
Okay.
It's been a long time. I know that.
We're recording this in July of 2026. We met in July of what year?
Oh, please don't ask me those questions in front of.
If you don't know the year, I'm ending the video.
And what year did we meet?
Yeah. It's the easiest question.
I got the camera on me. Come on. Talk to me.
Do you not know?
I can't remember.
2000. All you have to do is look at what year we're in.
Okay, so
we're gonna fight when the video's over.
26 years. And what was the question?
I don't even remember now.
So over all of the years that we've been working together, and that I've been doing this, one of the things that I haven't liked the most about teaching and training people to do what I do, to learn what I've learned, to be able to make income from home, is that so many people don't make any money doing what
in network marketing,
whether it's network marketing or and I just always hated that, because the people that hated it the most or just bad-mouthed what I did for a living for so many years, that's what they always say. Well, look at the statistics. How many people actually make money and how many don't? Well, the statistics are always the same with any profession where you become great at something, and most people don't. They don't become great at it. They don't implement the training, the teaching, everything they're supposed to be learning and then putting into place. So, that's just been a pet peeve of mine. But when if you transition it into real estate, could it be the same as that? It very well could be the same.
The statistics, you mean?
Yeah, it could be the same.
I think
it is. And kind of are the same.
I think it is.
But it's like, okay, you spend this money, you take the test, you go through all the stuff, you become a real estate agent. Can you sell one house a year? And I hope the answer is yes for everybody watching this. If you can sell one house per year, though, your commission, so network marketing, talk about network marketing commissions for a second. Most people don't make anything. They spend money every month to make their money because they're buying the products or whatever, and they just don't do the work, and they don't make any money, like hardly any, if any. If you sell one house, your commission is going to be $10, $20, $30, $50,000 one time.
It depends on where you live.
It's all the situation. Yeah, I mean, there's things there, but one sale covers all of your costs. One sale earns you a part-time income that if you worked a job all year part-time, $20,000, $30,000.
Could be true.
It's that's kind of what I've been thinking about lately. And going into real estate, no, I wasn't scared of it. I was scared. I was scared of, the test. you study for a month on this test.
Well, let's explain to people, because I hear a lot of people talking about in real estate, they complain about the low barrier of entry into real estate because, you can take the pre-licensing education and then take the test. It's less than $1,000. And in some states, you can do it in like 2 weeks. Well, in California, it is not like that. It's like 100.
It's 54 days.
How many hours, though? How many hours?
145 hours?
140 or 35? Is it 35?
I don't remember.
135
exactly.
or 145 of pre-licensing education that you have to take.
Yeah.
And then you take the test, and the passing rate is below 50%. So most people don't pass it the first time.
Low 40s, I think I heard.
Yeah, it's
42%.
I was just being generous with.
Well, let's be real. It's low, and
when was the last time you took a test? By the way,
that was the other thing. I'm getting up there in years, and I haven't taken an actual test. I don't think since college.
No, it's got to be. Think about it, like maybe the DMV or something.
Oh, okay, but still, like. Not like that. This is a 150 question test where they're purposely trying to trick you.
Yes.
in giving you multiple choice, and they all look right,
and it was
or they all look wrong, and which one actually is. Like, it wasn't like,
no,
that's
was
what
confusing.
I was the most scared about. And we both passed.
Yay!
The first time.
High five.
So I feel like maybe we're above the par on that one.
Well, we were above the statistic. That's for sure. So, okay, I don't want to shift, but I want to slightly transition, because it hasn't been a hard transition for me. I don't know how do you feel now? We've been doing this a couple of months. We've got a couple of transactions under our belt. How do you feel? Like, it hasn't felt like this. Obviously there's a lot to learn, because there's a lot of legal stuff and contracts, like, given. That's a given. But the actual mechanics of what it takes to be successful in real estate hasn't felt that different to me than a lot of the other things that we have done. How have you been feeling?
I mean, I think you're just dealing with people still, and not kind of the same, but not, just because you're working with clients instead of people on your team. Mm-hmm. But it's still people are still people. They still have the same lack of, or they still have the same complaints, or they're just amazing and great. And, it's just people. People make or break anything out there, for me.
And one of the things, and I'd like your opinion, because I just did a whole video on this about how shocked I am at the lack of excellence, at the level of mediocrity that we've seen in.
Unbelievable.
I'm blown away with other people. Not everybody. So if you're one of the ones out there that works hard and you're making a living and you work with integrity, I am not talking to you. But what we've seen, I mean, I am not surprised at the statistic of like 78% of people that have a license after 2 years don't. And I can see why, because there is such a lack of professionalism, level of excellence, like knowledge, common courtesy even.
I mean, pushing through objections, taking, not being able to take no as an answer, failing in general. And that's a scary thing for, I think, anybody, which is what has made the job out there so attractive for the masses, because you can fail pretty much every day and it's okay. I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, you're probably not going to get fired, and everybody's telling you what to do day to day. This is definitely real estate is more on the entrepreneurial side.
Maybe that's why there's such a level of sad saps doing it.
Not talking to any of you, I hope. No.
I've just been amazed. People don't answer their phone. They're kind of rude, arrogant.
That's what it is. Yeah. They just don't. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They don't have people skills.
Or marketing skills.
You don't know how to talk to people, like, respectfully. I mean, there's so many other words.
Well, let me tell this super quick story that we just heard over the weekend. A neighbor of the listing that we were at was talking to us and saying that they had their home listed, and they only had it listed for a short period of time. It was like less than 60 days, because he said the agent came over, scheduled time, took photos, said the photos were beautiful. He did this great post on social media, and then he never heard from him again.
No, not one open house. Like, it's like they just wanted to throw them out on the wall and see if it stuck and sold, in other words. And it didn't. And the guy waited 60 days. And yeah, I don't understand that mindset at all. Like, your job, your fiduciary duty is to sell that house for that client, is to be honest with them and to make it happen. And they're hoping and trusting. You never know what's going on behind closed doors at that house.
No.
They need that house sold. And you don't even really need to know the reason. You just know that your duty, your objection is to sell it. And they want it sold, so do everything you can to sell it. So
I'm going to get into now some of the skills that we have been trained on for decades that are just normal to us, that have been unbelievably helpful and have transitioned perfectly into real estate. You've already talked about people skills, being able to communicate with people, being able to listen to people. Some people just want to hear their own voice. and they go into people's homes, or, potential seller or potential buyer, and they just talk about how great they are, not listening. Haven't you seen it? They're just saying, oh, look at all these things. Look at all the things I've done, which I'm not saying it's not important. Your client will want to know, what you bring to the table. But to me, I don't know if you feel like this, what's more important is listening to what they need. We're there for them. We're there to serve. This feels like service to me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the people skills is what's lacking. The ability to have the respect for the client or anybody that you're working with for that matter. Yeah.
So people skills, that, being in the network marketing profession for 3 decades for you, more than 3 decades, you have excellent people skills.
I would hope so. I mean, I'm an introvert too, so I have to sometimes turn it on and be a little extra. But yeah, there's certain things that you can't completely teach sometimes, and it is how to react to people and
emotional intelligence.
Yeah, there's just something that there's this insecurity that a lot of people have in talking to people as if they have to be perfect and know it all. You don't, and if you don't, tell them you don't. I don't know the answer, but let me find it for you. Like, just serve that person and get the answer. I don't know if that helps or not.
It does, because people very much want authenticity. They can tell if you're lying. And so, case in point, I told this story on the last video, but with you here because you were there when it happened. We were on a listing appointment, and the wife asked us, how long have you guys been in real estate? And I just responded immediately. I said, oh, we're new. And you said, yeah, this year.
Just this year, yeah.
And what was her response?
It was like, oh, no way.
She said, you're lying.
Yeah, but then there's the confidence I'm talking about. Having the confidence to know that you belong in that house that day, to list it and to get it sold. And if, some people call it faking it till you make it. I don't think we're ever faking it at this point. We've been doing it so long with people that we are confident that we'll get it done. And our first 2 transactions, we went into escrow. We didn't even get a chance we did one open house for each of these homes, and sold it right away. Like, we're just good with people. I think that's a big part of it. Now there's other factors, but that's a big part of it. People skills.
I think that was a factor, but I also think we have a lot of favor. I think we have favor on those.
I agree. That's why there's a lot of factors, but yes, but let's talk about that for a second. Talking about God being the reason for us, it truly is. We aren't the type of people that pray and ask God for favor and wait for it to happen. Kind of like the old story about you drowning and ask God to send him a boat, and
or save me. Ask God to save me.
Save me, and he says, "I sent you 3 boats, and you had to swim to it, though." I mean, it's like that's what it is for us. It's like we ask for favor, we ask for great things, we ask that we can help the client and just sell their house and immediately and all the stuff. But it's not like we just sit back and do nothing.
Right.
We do all the. We were all of you as well, given the ability to make things happen. We have great brains in these heads of ours, all of us, and just the ability to learn and implement and get things done. If you don't take that action, you're probably not going to get it done. You're not going to get your prayer answered. God gave you the ability to answer your own prayer, in a sense. So that's kind of what we do. And we don't just wait for miracles. We go out and create and make things happen.
Yes. So confidence is one of the things that you were talking about. I want to add to that competence. Yet being new, and I'm going to keep saying this, being new in the profession of real estate is actually a superpower, because we are extraordinarily diligent at learning, absorbing, reading books and listening to those that have been successful, that have gone before us. And we're entering into real estate in a time where the whole profession is transitioning, which is exciting because we don't know any of those old ways. We are learning it as it is now. So there's no adjustment period. A lot of times you've been in a profession for a long time and you really struggle evolving into the new. Well, we're walking into the new. So there's no evolving. We're learning it, and we have fresh eyes, and we're very excited about it. But I want to stay on the subject of skills because, we've been in network marketing long enough to have been doing it before there was the internet. and before you were utilizing social media platforms and stuff like that, where it was literally a belly to belly business. So that goes right along with the people skills, being able to not take rejection personally, really, really growing your emotional intelligence, like you already talked about. All of that happened before the internet. All of those skills, if you wanted to be successful, specifically in network marketing, you had to have those, or you were not going to make one thin dime. In addition to that, like, we had to drive the miles. There was no internet. There was no live streaming. If you wanted to, live in California and you had a team in Arizona, you were driving or flying to Arizona to support that team. So we learned a work ethic of being willing to drive the miles, fly the miles, do what it takes. And so I'm seeing that also in real estate. People referring business out because it's outside of their little circle that they want to work, and the willingness to do whatever it takes. That's a skill for sure that network marketing passed on to us, I would say.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go back, I don't know if this is where you're trying to go with this, but
I'm not trying to go anywhere.
My mind's thinking while you're talking, and vice versa. Anyways, one of the very first things we always learned over all of the years of network marketing was you make your list, right? You find, and nowadays your list is right inside these. It's, go to your contacts, and there's, I think, between 400 and 1,000 people in there for the most part, for most people.
On average.
And that's a lot of people that you could contact or reach or reach out to and tell them what you do and ask them if they'd like to, purchase a product or whatever. Like, that's a great way to still today to contact people and talk to people. I think a lot of people are so afraid of that they use the social media crutch, thinking that they're going to be this massive recruiter because because they know social media. Well, not true, not always the case. So then what? Going back to all the traditional businesses that I've had over the years, I always took that one thing, that making the list strategy, to any business I owned, anything, whether it was a limousine service back in the 90s. I mean, and there's been plenty of other businesses. I actually still had all my written out lists from network marketing, and I would go through each of those people. If you can't afford advertising, because back in the day, that was the only way to get your phone to ring, was advertising or going door to door, putting flyers out, or even Craigslist when it first came out. Penny Saver. Do you remember the Penny Saver?
I loved the Penny Saver.
And that's what we did. So, and I would reach out to everybody I knew and say, hey, I have a limousine service. You ever need anything? Whether it's a prom, a wedding, a wine tour, an airport run, whatever it was, I reached out and I got business that way. Same thing for real estate. Have we not reached out to pretty much everybody we know?
I haven't done many of them. I haven't done everybody on my list, but what's surprising is I probably reached out to 200 people personally. Like, it sent a message, hey, Bobby and I are licensed in real estate, yada yada, the whole thing. I think I had less than a handful of people respond to me, but they all know. Same. But they all know.
They do know. They're stalking.
They all know.
They're stalking you right now, watching. They're watching this video right now.
Hopefully you are watching. And so, again, I'm staying on the theme of talking about the skills that we have been able to utilize that have been extremely helpful in the real estate profession. Marketing, in network marketing, when the internet became and social media specifically became the primary way that people began to market themselves because it was free and you had such a big reach. I will just speak for myself. You could speak. I have stayed in front of it and continued to evolve as each new platform came out and evolved and became relevant. So I have worked really hard at staying in front of the technology curve. I like to say, you either evolve or you evaporate. And that is true in any profession. And especially today with the ease of use of all of the platforms, all of the tools. Now you have AI that does things for you. I have continued to try to stay in front of that. And just because of network marketing and now bringing that into real estate, man, I got it locked. I got it locked down for us.
Yeah. Well, if anybody, does, and we haven't even talked about this yet, but it did happen to join us in this new profession that we're going after, real estate. we'll be able to take them step by step on what we're doing and how we're doing it so
quickly. I haven't
quickly.
Really released that information yet, but I did say in the last video that we are working on something that is going to be amazing. And I said this in the last video, so don't say anything, but I did say that every experienced agent that I have spoke to specifically told me, don't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Don't even mess with it, which tells me it's a big opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
Very excited about it. And so
I wouldn't do it any other way.
We're going to do a whole separate video and talk about the reasons we made the decisions to go with Real Brokerage and like some of the vision that we have for our future. We're going to share that with you. So we're not going to talk about that today. But if you're watching this and you're interested in that, or you're somebody that's in network marketing right now, or you have been in network, maybe you worked with us on a team and you have your license. I just want to say this, you have an advantage. You have an advantage coming into this profession that gives you a massive leg up, in my opinion. I don't know if I just totally feel that way. I feel like, I remember I was on the phone with somebody and he was asking me a question, somebody else in real estate. And he's like, okay, so you're licensed. What broker are you going? Oh, said, oh yeah, we already signed with Real Brokerage. He was like, well, what's next? I go, what do you mean what's next? We go do the deal. We start marketing. We put ourselves out there. It seemed very natural and normal. And that was another eye opener. Like, that's what you do. And we learned that because of learning the skill set that it took to be very, very successful in network marketing.
Yeah. And taking that, what you just said, being successful, the first house that we sold, how do I even say that? People noticed what we did. The neighbors noticed how totally we did it, noticed. How fast it went. Yes. Like they're watching, and we've already talked to 3 other neighbors from that first one that, well, one of them also listed with us. Now that one's in escrow. It's like, and then there's at least 2 more that I know of, and the neighbor, like there's like 3 more that see what we're doing. They're hearing from the client, our clients, what we do and how we do it and how amazing we are at doing it. And like, how could we be? Because we were only, a few months old or whatever, but we just get it done. We just get it done. I'll just say that.
Well, again, I think we had a running start because of what we've done for all these years as entrepreneurs, and having been in the network marketing profession for a long time, which I'll say, everyone thinks you're an entrepreneur in network marketing. You're not. The true definition of entrepreneur is somebody that's willing to actually use their own money. That's the actual definition. To use you are the financial backing for that business. And in network marketing, talk about low barrier to entry. It's like minuscule, and you're actually getting a product for that money. In real estate, what did we get for the schooling? A certificate, but it meant nothing.
Good luck.
Yeah. And then the same with the license. You pay for the license. What did we get for the license?
Yeah, same thing.
The ability to go out there and spend more money and figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
and it's scary, and I get why that would be scary for somebody with a job or even somebody that did get their license and then did nothing. Nothing happened.
But we talked to a girl just recently who got her license more than 6 months ago and has done not one thing. She got her license. She didn't sign with a broker, didn't do one thing.
There's no what next out there for real estate people. Yeah. There is no what next. Well, okay, there's 6 trillion videos, whether it be from the real estate powers that be in the state that you live in or YouTube or whatever, but there's still no guidance, none. And fortunately, we've been able to have the type of leadership over the years, and we've learned it and implemented it. But because of that, we were able to figure it out. And now we're coming up with our own system for other people in the future.
Yes.
So.
And by the way, we're not doing anything secret.
No.
I mean,
we're just doing it.
How are you guys doing it?
We're just
actually doing all the things. You know what my mom said to me recently? I don't know if I told you this, but like I've said before, she's been in the real estate profession for 40 years. She said, I was just telling her, she goes, you guys are doing all the things that we always did in real estate, Plus, you have the new.
Yeah.
So you have the new people that are only doing the new stuff, only using social media, not wanting to work. And then you have the older crowd, like my mom, who's been doing real estate before that was all there. Like they're doing these things, but it isn't enough because you need to do these. We're doing all the things. We're doing all the things. And we're having a so far, so good. And we already have a lot of like crazy stories. I mean, so new. At the end of the year, we're going to have so many amazing stories of craziness and other weird agents and like weird things that we've heard.
We'll be sharing lots of good stuff for sure.
And some terrible stuff that we've heard. So if you guys are interested in working with us, then just make sure that you message us. We will get right back with you. That is something that we are good at.
We are.
We are very good at that.
Follow up.
And if you just want to stay and keep listening to the journey, then make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'd love to hear your comments. So thank you for hanging with us today.
Thank you.